Winston Churchill once said that the price of greatness is responsibility. But most of us don't make it to greatness and certainly don't think of responsibility as its reward. In fact, what inspires most is far less important and carries with it a much higher price that is rarely considered at the onset. Are you willing to pay it? Greetings. My name is Joseph Yeager. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. Inspiration. We all want it and are constantly searching for it as if it is the magic potion that will make all our dreams come true. Almost everyone feels it at some point. Most act on it for a brief while, some bring it to life, but only a few actually ride it to greatness. It's been that way since the beginning of time, and with all the progress made in understanding the science behind inspiration and greatness, the odds haven't changed. Aren't you curious as to why? Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially something creative. I am confident that most of us can easily recall moments of inspiration throughout our life, moments that made us feel enthusiastic, uplifted, hopeful, buzzing, and even invincible. Yet most of us may likely look at our life and wonder why we haven't accomplished anything close to what we were inspired to accomplish all these years ago. What we have accomplished is quickly forgotten, and we are back to wondering why we are not accomplished and looking for inspiration again. We treat inspiration like a high that we crave so badly, but once we get it, we use it all up, fly high on it, lose it, and repeat the cycle. I often hear comments such as, I can't, or why can't I find inspiration? Well, it isn't that we can't find inspiration. We just determined that we can think of a number of occasions when we did find some. But inspiration, like a flame, needs to be attended to and kept burning, or it will die out. Most people, especially those who keep wondering year after year why they haven't accomplished anything, don't have the emotional and mental stamina to keep the fire burning if they had no immediate gratification, which means their inspiration feeds on the results rather than despite them. That kind of inspiration is weak and disappears at the first sign of difficulty or failure. True inspiration is a fuel that keeps us going through the grind, challenges, and failure required to bring an inspired vision to life and keep it alive. That is nearly impossible if your inspiration is merely rewards that expand your image in the eyes of others. In my humble opinion, there is no substance and inspiration there, because when it's all gone, we are back to our self-loathing shell wondering what happened and why we can't find inspiration. That is a far cry from being inspired by a vision that we are willing to die for, and the rewards are a byproduct, not the chief aim of our willingness to pay the high price of inspiration, to fight with all we have to keep it alive because of what the vision means to us, not because of what others may think of us if we lose it. If we lose, we'll have the inspiration to fight again and again and again, and self-loathing and despair will be an exception rather than the rule. That is inspiring. So if you haven't yet figured out how to find inspiration, here are a few tips that might help. However, let me be clear, these will not hand you inspiration on a silver platter. Inspiration has to come from within. Number one, no one's opinion matters when it comes to what truly inspires you, and I mean no one. The moment you give credence to anyone's opinion, the inspiration is no longer your own. Number two, what are you willing to die for? It doesn't have to mean a physical death. It can mean anything that makes you feel like you wish the ground opened up and swallowed you. That means enduring shame, embarrassment, ridicule, etc. The higher the price you're willing to pay for your inspiration, the more credible it is. Number three, inspiration is rarely about what's in it for you. If what's in it for you is foremost in your mind, you're not inspired. If you were, you'd likely already have what you want. Number four, If you can't envision and articulate your vision in exquisite detail as if it is already realized, it isn't inspiring enough. And number 5, never say I can't or don't know how or where to find inspiration. It will become your auto response and keep you uninspired. When you say it, it proves you're not willing to pay the high price of inspiration and don't want it badly enough. There is no way around it, folks. The price of inspiration comes down to sacrifice. And if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. How high a price, then, are you willing to pay for yours? Please let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.